Good morning, people. Right, it's quite late on in the morning this morning, 10:50. I've had to run out and do some chores again, and I've got to go out again in a short while. So I thought I'd just try and put together a video quickly while I could. And I made a total newbie error this morning, and it didn't result in a losing trade. It just meant I was messing about unnecessarily. And first port of call this morning was the 6 a.m. was the currency strength indicator, and it was showing strong New Zealand dollar and weak US dollar. So straight to the NZUSD. So that is what I do every morning, guys. And I could see this was bullish. This is the previous H4 candle. In fact, no, that was the original H4 candle at 6 a.m. This will be 10 a.m., which has just gone, of course. And this is, I do apologise. This is the 6 a.m. Close, a spinning top, doji, whatever you want to call it. This is the open, also in that same format, really. When I say open, that's the sorry about that, that's just that daily line box thing. That red candle was the let's get rid of that, 6 a.m. open and 10 a.m. close, and now we're powering on up, which I suspected would happen anyway. New Zealand dollar is in a massive uptrend, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'm not into that sort of analysis at all, so I couldn't find a sensible looking bar there, H4. Remember, I'm looking for big H4 candles. So then I started going from left to right, looking for something. Let's put a marker on that candle where I would have been here. Big moves going on now, actually. And then no surprises there again. We've just got a new 4-hour bar. Well, we're at the 3rd hour into it, so it's been moving for an hour. But so nothing there. Aussie Swiss. Now I should have picked up on this, and this is the whole point of this video today, actually, because and I can chuckle now because I couldn't find a big H4 bar. And I thought, I know what, I'll just make a video of what I would normally do in this circumstance. And I totally overlooked the fact that this was an inside bar. And what I used to do up until looking for these big bars, and it's quite apparent now to me, I've got overexcited by them, and it's cost me a easy trade this morning. So perhaps we should think about going back to basics, guys. Whiz through, look. So we need a new one on our list. Look at the currency strength indicator for something obvious. Then look for big H4 bars for a potential reversal. So point 1, point 2, point 3. Look for inside bars, because inside bars are breakout areas, really. They're perfect for it. You've got to break out of that H4 in order to. So really, I think perhaps that should be number 1, and it always was number 1. It's only just that the big bars have taken a sort of leading role. So I suppose really a big bar would be better to put at number 1 on the list at the end of the day, at 6 in the evening, because that's when the trend reversals are potentially going to happen. And an inside bar, H4 bar, could be put at number 1 on your checklist at the start of the day at 6 a.m. So at the close of the H4 bar at 6 a.m. look for inside bars. If you can't find any of them, look for a big bar, see whether it might reverse. That's the start of the day. At the end of the day, look for big H4 bars, because that could be and a daily range that is out of the ordinary, as it were, and go like that. So a couple of things you could put on a list of things to check before you consider entering a trade. So this one should have really just had a high and a low on a few of the H4 bars, which is what I always used to do. prior to looking for the big bars. So slap on the wrist for me, kick up the backside, and you know, we could go back to basics and start on the weekly, daily, and so on and so forth if you want to do it properly, which is what I suggest you do. So I should create a video when I get back later today on the correct process of drawing lines on the charts again, I think. So apologies for possibly going down a bit of a rabbit hole for a short while, but let's get back to this one now. So we've drawn the high and the low on the bar that would affect price if it broke out. We've drawn the high and the low of the inside bar, the potential breakout bar. We can see clearly we've got a low, a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and so we need a reversal on this H4 to continue down. High, low, lower, high, lower, low. This is the reversal low here. Not sure whether that closed through it there. Sorry, yeah, it gapped down, didn't it, on this H4? That's unusual in a weekday. Wow, gapped down, broke through that low by the looks of it, and you know, in other words, if it opened through it, we'd consider that low of this bar here, which is 63340, open 63344. So it didn't actually close below that, or should I say open below that with that gap. That's amazing though. Gap like that is unusual. So then we've gapped down, pushed back straight back up into some sort of test of a support as resistance there. Then we have opened up here and pushed down, excuse me, and that is our excuse me, critical bar. And so we need then to go down to the lower time frames, because bearing in mind we couldn't see any of this. Now what's happened here is this has closed, the trend has reversed. Importantly, we need to double check these now, because if it looks like these have repelled it and it hasn't reversed below them, this one I'm talking about here, it did close below that. If it closed below this and that one, then I would consider this support to have given away with that potential break and close, and then this is just a last huzzah reversement up. Reversement, is that a word? Reversal up, and then potentially down. And look at this, we've got a massive green run down, but we would have a problem here, so let's put that on there before I forget as well. So what did this do? Well, let's do the open, it's easier. We need to check both, but the open just for speed. 063305, the low of that. 063301, it didn't break it then. Low 063,297. So 3297 is the one to break, close below. 3297, did that one close below it? I doubt it. Close 330. No, so it's not categorically, it's not broken those two, but the reversal, and I don't mention this enough, the reversal here is the important thing to continue on down. But now we have hit major problems with these two support levels here, failed to break them, which does signify a potential kick to the upside now. This is sort of a swing low here because you've got the green and red bar, so there is definitely a supply area here, or should I say demand area, support, demand, and this looks like it's found support, found buyers, and we would have to use the H1 to see whether this is going to continue up now. It's definitely not a good sign for continuing down because these two have held. Okay, so Anyway, the point of this video was to show you that I missed out on a perfectly good opportunity of trading through that that H4 low there, which I'll highlight for clarity now, because we've got quite a lot on the let's put that on again. In fact, we'll find it. The low was 63458. Looks like it was that one there. Yeah. There. So 63458 we needed to break out of, and there it is there. We've actually got on the hourly time frame, which we wouldn't be waiting for, of course, a break and close, which meant it's probably why that continued, that bar there. But looking at the M30, we have also a bust, and then finally a break and close right on the 7 AM bar there, and that continued on down, as you can see, with a pullback. After we get a break, we pull back. 15-minute would probably be the time frame we want to be using to try and get a trade here. 15-minute break and close again right on the hour. Nice small bar as well, and we've got a reversal to the downside. Low, high, high, low, high, 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 low. Keep singing it until you get this close, and break and close there. That was the signal with the RSI through the 20 level, plus it busted this one before the pullback. So we've got confirmation using the 15-minute down. There's no way this is against the 30-minute up, and we will check, but I can see that just by looking at it. There is no way that's confirmed up. We would have had to have broken and closed above there. So all we wanted, once the 30-minute closed down, which was below this candle there, low, high, high, low, high, high, that one there. After the pullback, watch the pullback, wait for the 15-minute to either pull back and close, which means we'd need a confirmation this way, or the 15-minute to fail to reverse, which means the 5-minute, providing you make sure all your histo alerts look right and everything, would have been enough to get into that trade. So that at 7 AM was the screaming trigger to go on the 15-minute, and in this instance the price collapsed quite a lot for a small or slow moving chart like this. So that was the trade I should have taken, 20 pips, but you wouldn't have taken it all in one go. And I missed it because I wasn't looking for inside bars. So there is a lesson there, guys. Trades I actually got involved in were GBP, Swiss franc. After I saw this breakdown here, it was just a question of scalping it down. Excuse me. There was news at 7 o'clock, which was why I think we had a bit of sideways rubbish going on here. Pound news as well. The news caused the gap there, as you can see, and that in itself is a massively bearish signal. So any chance of getting back into this trade with the lower time frames was the way to go. So, and that's what I did this morning. So 3 trades in fact on that one. First thing, well, in fact I'll just put the last trade I took, which was quite recently, was based on the 15-minute hourly bar there. I let it pull back. I didn't want to trade that this morning. In fact, I wasn't about for that. I could see it pulling back. Now this is something that I don't mention either, that is in my subconscious. These pullbacks to this hourly 8 EMA, what I call the rubber band effect, happen. But at this time of the morning, when all the big boys are getting ready to go off for their coffees, I wouldn't have expected that to happen. I hope that makes sense. That's just screen time. So the minute I got a strong reversal to the downside, because I missed all this, remember, I decided I would take it. So I wanted to see the breakthrough, the reversal down, which was there. This is a 5-minute chart, remember. Looking on the 15-minute chart, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, or high, low, lower, high, lower, low. That's the lowest low, I think. So we didn't at any point break or close above that on the 15. So that in itself was a signal that this was going to fail to pull back all that way. Now they've gone for their coffees or whatever they do. You can see we've got this reversal going on nice and strongly. Those are very strong reversal candles there. But so just another thinking out loud thought there, guys, on this hourly 8 EMA. If you know, you have to time and think about what is going on in the markets, and the 15-minute failure to reverse was good. These long-tailed candles to the long side were good in terms of considering shorts. Once this had broken down, it didn't need to confirm down on the 15 because it never reversed up on the 15. I hope that makes sense. So the minute we got some sort of reversal to the downside with momentum, we had one there, but look, there's no momentum with it, nothing. And that's really the first bust. What we want is a bust, pull back, break and close. So the minute this pulled below that, the break and close was probably there, the confirmation was here. I just wanted to see it go through that, close through that pivot line there, which is what I did, and I took the trade. That was the fourth trade of the morning, and that was waited for carefully. The other trades were, in fact it was the fifth trade of the morning because I took a GJ as well. But the three trades on the CHF, pound, Swiss franc were there, there and there. Now I had a real go for this, scalping on the 1 minute, purely because, as you can see there they are, those three there, because I knew I was having to rush out about here, so wanted to pile into it as much as I could, and just using the histo alert there, massive push through the 20 level, another big push through the 20 level there, and I didn't wait for the close, and then another scalp that took just 5 minutes based on this push through the 20 there. So it's all just about using the histo, understanding the markets. They waited all this sideways motion, waited carefully for that news announcement, and then they hit it hard, and that's what I do too. So you know, we can look at the 1 minute, but this video's gone on a bit long, so I'm a bit concerned about it running out of not saving properly. So I'm going to call it a day at that description of that trade. I hope you managed to find some. I think the important thing to take from this is that first bit that I talked about, the inside bar that I just totally overlooked. And I have to laugh at myself again because I was actually considering making a video about what I would do with the sideways market, and even then I didn't think of that inside bar scenario looking at that H4 chart. So slap wrist for me, deep thought for you, and if you're waiting for a reply for your questions and your pictures, I will reply as soon as I can, but I'm rushing about a lot today. So thank you for watching, guys. Have a good day, and I will see you, or I will produce a video hopefully at the end of the day and catch another trade then. Bye for now.